All right, in this video, we're going to be doing another unit conversion. This time we're going to be going from MGD to AFY. So the first thing I recommend we do is we write this out, because what does this even mean, right? MGD stands for million gallons per day. Let's write that out. What does it actually look like? Well, we got to write out, first we got to write out the 10 million, right? That's what it's saying, gallons in one day. All right, maybe we're talking about the capacity of a water or wastewater treatment plant here. So 10 million gallons per day. What are we trying to get to AFY? What does that stand for again? Acre feet per year, right? So if we think about that in terms of how it looks as a fraction, acre feet per year, we know that we need to get rid of the gallons, right? We need to convert that volume component to acre feet. We know we need to convert the time component as well from days to years. So let's take care of both of those. So we're going to start like we always do, writing out our conversion factor. Most folks like to take care of the top or the volume component first, so let's go ahead and do that. 10 million gallons. If I'm trying to get rid of gallons, is it going to go up top or down below? Got to remember, okay, it's going to go opposite, right? So we're going to put that down below, right? That's going to cancel my gallons. We're trying to get to acre feet, right? So how many gallons in an acre foot? We know for every 1 acre foot, there are 325,851 gallons. This is going to take care of that. Now we're left with the day component, the time component. We're trying to get rid of days. So is it going to go up top or down below? It's got to go on the opposite side. It's down below here. It needs to go up top over here. We know we are trying to bring in years. We know there are 365 days in 1 year. This cancels out our days. If we just look at units across the top, then I've got acre feet. If we just look at units across the bottom, what's left? Years. So just by looking at the units here, I know, okay, I've set this problem up correctly. Now, I just need to plug the numbers into my calculator, which if you saw from the previous video of this, I didn't do the last step here. So we want to make sure we do it all. So 10 million, make sure you got the right number of zeros. That's a lot of zeros to type out. If you're working on your phone, on the calculator on your phone, or depending on which type of phone you've got, one of the tricks here is going to be to rotate your phone to the side. Opens up a lot more digits for you to be able to type out and carry. Big difference on the calculator there. All right, so I've got 10 million. I'm now dividing by the 325,851. Remember, because it's on the bottom of my conversion, 325,851. Then I'm multiplying by the 365 because it's on top. So that times 365, that gets me a grand total of 11,201.44 acre feet per year. Final answer. So remember, we started by writing out the actual full units and what they look like, right, in fractional form. 10 MGD doesn't really mean a whole lot until we write it actually out as 10 million gallons per 1 day. The first step was to get rid of the gallons. We set up our conversion factor here, putting gallons on the bottom, the opposite side, in order to cancel it out, bringing in the acre feet. We did the same thing with our time component. Days was on bottom here. It needed to be on top of our conversion factor here. We got rid of days. We brought in years. That left us with acre feet per year. In our calculator, we did 10 million divided by 325,851 times 365. I want you to also keep in mind, if this kind of divide here, multiply here doesn't make a whole lot of sense, you can always do the top across, the bottom across, and then divide. So if we did that, it looks like 10 million times 1 times 365. So we get some huge number here. 365 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. A lot of zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. 360 billion. So 3,650,000,000. So what we need to do here then is then do the bottom 1 times this times 1. That just gives us this 325,851. So you could do it this way, just makes it a little more complicated because you got this huge number in your calculator now. Some calculators are not going to carry over this many digits, and they're going to tell you, 3.6 times 10 to whatever. So try it, but it may make more sense to do 10 million divided by this times that. But anyway, let's carry on with this. divided by 325,851. This still gives me 11,201.43869, so on and so forth. So either way is going to work. You've got to figure out what makes more sense in your head and what you're going to be able to better replicate moving forward on your own. All right, that wraps this one up.